Because some of you are your bodies. Now, when I first heard this, I thought, oh, come on. Well, I mean, I am my body. I mean, if I'm sick, I'm sick. But the concept is this, that you can be sick and not, you can have a sickness but not be the sickness. This is a little abstract. Let me give you two concrete examples. First one is, I was in Mexico several years ago. I just heard about this concept of having a body but not being my body, having sickness but not being sick. And I'd eaten some soup. And I don't want to get too explicit here, but I was in the bathroom kneeling. So you get the idea? And I was making quite a bit of noise. And I really hate to be sick like that. I don't know, some of you don't mind, but I just hate it. Tricia was out in the other room, trying to not listen, I imagine. And all of a sudden I remembered, whoa, I'm not sick. I just have a sickness. I'm not my body. Whoa, my body's sick, but I'm not sick. Yes, and I start laughing. Blah, laugh. Blah. Pretty soon Tricia comes to the door. Yeah? She says, what's wrong? What are you doing in there? I said, oh, I just discovered that I have a body, but I'm not my body. She says, should we go to the hospital? And sickness has never been the same. And it wasn't the same for my father. I remember the second to the last time I talked to my dad. My dad, coincidentally, also died of lung cancer, like my mother did. And it took my dad 9 months. And it was, I mean, dying of lung cancer is just not very easy, because you essentially start to suffocate. And so here my father was, having a hard time, and celebrating life, actually, with my mother. And I'd call him a lot. I was traveling a lot then, and I remember calling him from South Carolina. And I said, Dad, how are you today? And he says, I'm great. And I said, oh, good. I said, that prednisone must have kicked in again, huh? And he says, no, my lungs are terrible. I can hardly breathe. They're very painful. He says, my body is terrible, and I'm great. Yeah. That was a man who had a body but wasn't his body. So I figure, if he can do that, hey, I can do that. You can do that. So what I'm suggesting is that you start to look for where are your attachments and see if you can detach. So, by the way, it's a lot easier to take care of my body when I'm not it. Because when I get up in the morning, I'm not sleepy. My body's just yawning. That's just my body, that's not me. When I'm out there running with Richard and all of a sudden we start running a little harder and all of a sudden we start sprinting, I'm not tired. My body's tired. I'm not hurting. My lungs are just sending off electrical impulses to my brain that I previously interpreted as pain. But I'm not in pain. Way easier to take care of one's body. Way easier to feed yourself what's good for you if you're not you. See, if you're your body, then you get all like attached to what you eat. But if you're just feeding this body, well, hey, it's just this body. Well, test it out. That's one piece of content.